Good evening aspirants, welcome to daily newspaper analysis of Shankar IAS Academy. Today's date is 10th March 2025. Today we are going to discuss 4 important topics in this video. One is about the river dolphins and the Gangetic river dolphins. The second is about the Hantavirus, the new rodent virus. The third one is about infant mortality rate, a declined infant mortality rate in Jammu and Kashmir. And the fourth topic is about India going to buy more oil from USA and India is going to diversify the energy suppliers. So these are the 4 important topics we are going to discuss in this video. Now let us get into the discussion. India is the third largest crude oil importer in the world and it depends on 80% of its oil requirements on imports. So the 80% of oil requirement of India is imported. In order to enhance the energy security and to reduce the supply risk, India decided to increase the oil and natural gas purchase from USA. So this is what the editorial article is talking about, and this move of India is a broader strategy in order to diversify the suppliers. This will help in long-term energy needs and also reduces the geopolitical vulnerabilities. So in this context, let us discuss the important points discussed in this article and why India needs to diversify its energy suppliers. Look at this mains question regarding this topic. India imported 243 million tons of crude oil last year. The import dependence of India was 85% in previous year and last year it increased to 87%. So the import dependence of India on crude oil has been increasing steadily. The domestic crude oil production remains at 29 million tons, which is stagnant for many years. So the domestic crude oil production is also not increasing, but on the other hand the import is increasing. If you look at the major suppliers to India regarding the crude oil, Russia stands top of the list. 40% of crude oil is imported from Russia, then Iraq, then Saudi Arabia, then UAE and then United States. We only buy 5% of our oil requirement from United States, but currently this number is growing due to India's buying of oil from United States is increasing. Regarding natural gas imports, India imported 31 billion cubic meters of natural gas last year. And the important suppliers for India are Qatar, US, Australia and Russia. India's LNG consumption is also increasing and it will increase by 50% in 2030. So we also need to import more LNG from other countries. So the import dependence is also increasing. See, India aims to reduce the dependence on single region for oil supply. So we have to diversify our energy suppliers. So this will reduce the supply shocks. For example, if you are buying more oil from the Gulf region and if the war broke out in the Gulf region, then our supply will be curtailed. If we buy more oil from Russia, if a major war broke out for Russia and Ukraine, then our supplies might be in danger. The Russia-Ukraine war and subsequent Western sanctions on Russia have increased the uncertainties over the oil supply from Russia. So diversifying the suppliers will ensure a stable and uninterrupted energy supply. India has benefited from the Russian crude oil because they sell the crude oil at discounted rates, but they also face the potential future sanctions. India will also face the future sanctions for buying oil from Russia. So we have to reduce our over-reliance on Russia for oil supply. So this is why India is planning to buy more oil from USA, which is a diplomatic balancing strategy. This will also strengthen the India-US strategic ties. The US supports India's civil nuclear program and renewable energy transition. And this buying of more oil from USA will lead to energy cooperation between India and US. So it will improve the defense, trade and technology partnership between the two countries. This will also navigate the OPEC influence. OPEC, which is a group of oil producing nations led by Saudi Arabia, they often manipulate the oil prices by adjusting the supply. So buying oil from USA will offer a non-OPEC alternative and this will reduce India's exposure to cartel pricing and increased pricing. So this is why India is going to buy oil from USA and they are going to import more oil from USA in future years. So this diversification of energy supply also comes with challenges. The most important challenge is high transport and logistic cost. If you buy oil from Middle Eastern countries, it arrives in 3 to 4 days. But the oil from USA takes 45 to 60 days to arrive to India. The transport cost and the insurance cost are very high, which affect the overall competitiveness. So this high transport and logistic cost is a major challenge from buying oil from USA. Next is the price volatility in global markets. See, oil price often fluctuate based on the geopolitical tensions and also due to the decision of OPEC nations. The US crude oil is priced according to the West Texas Intermediate, that is WTI. This may not be always be favorable for India because compared to Brent crude, which is used by the Middle Eastern suppliers, this is favorable to the North American countries, but it may not be much favorable for India. So there are two types of oil pricing. One is West Texas Intermediate, which is used by the US government, and the Brent crude, which is used by the Middle Eastern countries. So most of the oil we buy from the Iran, Iraq or Middle Eastern nations are priced based on this Brent crude. So this price volatility in global market is also an important challenge in diversifying our energy markets. Balancing relation with others. India must also maintain strong ties with Russia, Saudi Arabia and Iraq. So a sudden shift from Russia could impact the discounted supplies and diplomatic ties with Russia. So this should also be kept in mind while diversifying the energy supply. Some Indian refineries are optimized for heavy Middle Eastern crude oil. So the crude oil from USA are lighter compared to the Middle Eastern crude oil. So our refineries has also to be adjusted based on the oil. So upgrading the facility will also require huge investment and time. So these are important challenges in buying more oil from USA. Let me repeat it again. The important challenges will include the high transport cost. So the crude oil from Middle Eastern countries will arrive in 3 to 4 days, and the crude oil from USA takes longer time to travel to India. So this increase in transport and logistic cost is a major challenge. The next one is price volatility. There may be volatile prices due to the geopolitical tensions, the global market changes in global markets and the decision of OPEC nations. So this price volatility will also highly affect the India's dependence on US oil because we are getting the discounted oil from the Russia, oil at discounted prices from Russia. So if you are going to the US oil, then the price volatility is an important consideration. The next one is balancing in the supplier relation. Currently we are buying our oil from Russia, Saudi Arabia, Iraq and also from US. If you are going to buy more oil from USA, then our relations with Russia, Saudi Arabia and Iraq should also be noted. Then the last challenge is refinery adjustment. The refineries in India are adjusted according to the heavier crude oil from Middle Eastern nations and from Russia. Now if you are going to buy more oil from USA, these refineries have also to be adjusted and it requires time and investment because the US crude oil are lighter compared to the Middle Eastern crude oil. So we have to adjust our refineries to refine those lighter crude oil from USA. So these are the challenges in buying more oil from USA. So with this, let us conclude the discussion. In this discussion, we have seen why India is going to buy more oil from USA, why India needs to diversify its energy suppliers and what are the challenges. With this, let us move on to the next news article. Now look at this article. The article is talking about the decreasing population of freshwater river dolphins. So the author of the article is citing that the recently released report of Ministry of Environment and Forest and Climate Change have indicated that there is a decrease in population of river dolphins both in India and in the world. So this is what this article is talking about. In this context, we are going to discuss about the basics of river dolphins. We have 5 river dolphins all over the world. So the dolphins in the oceans are different kind and these are freshwater dolphins. The Ganges river dolphin, which is found in the Ganges and also in Brahmaputra river, it is found in 3 countries. Because the Ganges river dolphin not only present in the main Ganges river, it is also found in the tributaries of Ganges river. So it is distributed in India, Bangladesh, Nepal. Then Indus river dolphin, it is found in Pakistan and India. Indus river dolphin is also found in the tributaries of Indus river, like the Beas river have some Indus river dolphins. Indus river dolphin is a state aquatic animal of Punjab. It is also found in the Harike wetlands in Punjab. Then Amazon river dolphin, it is a pink river dolphin and it is found in South America. Next is Yangtze river dolphin. It is found in the Yangtze river in China and it is possibly extinct now because the last Yangtze river dolphin was seen in 2007 and it has not yet been seen. So this is presumed to be extinct species. The next one is Irrawaddy river dolphin. It is found in the Myanmar in Irrawaddy river and it is also found in the Chilka lake in Odisha. So this is a important thing to note here. This Irrawaddy river dolphin is also found in the Chilka Lake. So these are the 5 river dolphins in the world. Now let us see about the Ganges river dolphin. It is an indicator species, which means it is an indicator of the health of the river. The river ecosystem, it is like a flagship species which indicates the health of the river ecosystem, and it is also national aquatic animal of India. There is also a project Dolphin which is aimed to conserve this Ganges river dolphin. It is found in Ganges river and its tributaries, and it is also found in Brahmaputra river. So in Nepal, India and Bangladesh, these river dolphins are found. One of the important feature of this Ganges river dolphin, it is blind. So they use the sound waves to hunt their prey. It is called as echolocation. So they use this echolocation to hunt prey. Due to the pollution of the rivers and increased boat traffic, so they are unable to locate their prey, and this leads to their destruction of their habitat and also the reducing numbers of these river dolphins. It is an endangered species under IUCN Red List, and it is listed under Appendix 1 of CITES. It is also listed under Schedule 1 of Indian Wildlife Protection Act. It means it is given the highest protection. The major threats were habitat destruction. So construction of dams, reservoirs, pollution of river due to the outlets from industries, and reduced flow of rivers due to the construction of dams leads to the habitat destruction. They also get entangled in the fishing nets, and they are also being poached for their oil and meat. So these are the important threats to Ganges river dolphin. The Project Dolphin, which is created on the lines of Project Tiger, was implemented in 2020. And this Project Dolphin is aimed to conserve the Ganges river dolphin. It is implemented by Ministry of Environment, and the objectives were conducting the scientific surveys to assess the population of this river dolphin and habitat conservation. As we have seen, the habitat destruction of this dolphin is decreasing their numbers. So the pollution control and water flow management are being used to conserve their habitat. The aim is also to reduce the accidental killing, because these river dolphins often found in the fishing nets of the boats. So the accidental killing of this species is also a reason for their declining numbers. And the Project Dolphin is also aimed at creating awareness among the local communities and involving the local communities in their conservation. So this is about the Project Dolphin. A Vikramshila Gangetic Dolphin Sanctuary was created in 1991 in Bihar. It is present in Bhagalpur region in Bihar, and it is a 50-kilometer stretch of Ganges river. So it is basically a part of Ganges river assigned as the Vikramshila Gangetic Dolphin Sanctuary. This Gangetic Dolphin Sanctuary is also facing many threats like habitat destruction and accidental death. So there is increasing boat traffic and increasing fishing in this region, which lead to accidental killing and also destruction of their habitats. Now let us discuss an MCQ question related to this topic. Consider the following statements regarding the Ganges river dolphin. It is an obligate freshwater species found only in the Ganges river. It is legally protected under Schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act 1972. It relies on echolocation for navigation and hunting due to poor eyesight. So which of the statements given above are correct? The first statement is not correct, because it is found only in Ganges river. This statement is incorrect. It is found in both Ganges river and Brahmaputra river. It is found in India, Nepal and Bangladesh. So the first statement is incorrect. The second statement is correct. It is protected under Schedule 1. The third statement is correct. It relies on echolocation because it is blind. So the correct answer is option B, 2 and 3 only. With this, we conclude the discussion and move to the next news article. Now look at this article. Infant mortality rate in Jammu and Kashmir has dropped to 16.3. So both the infant mortality rate and neonatal mortality rate has dropped in the state. Now what is infant mortality rate? What is neonatal mortality rate? Let us discuss in our news article discussion. Infant mortality rate means number of death of infants per 1000 live birth in a period of time. Here infant means those children or babies which doesn't attain 1 year or who have died within 1 year of their birth. So this is infant mortality rate. The number of children who have died within 1 year of their birth per 1000 live birth. This is infant mortality rate. This is a key indicator of country's healthcare ecosystem. It is also an indicator of maternal health and overall socio-economic conditions. And these are the factors affecting the infant mortality rate. As I said earlier, infant mortality means the number of babies who have died within 1 year of their birth. So this is infant mortality. So babies who didn't reach their first birthday and have died within the first birthday, that is infant mortality. And the factors affecting the infant mortality rate are healthcare quality, maternal health, sanitation and hygiene, immunization and disease control, socioeconomic factors and nutrition. So these are the factors which affect the infant mortality. The global average of infant mortality is 27 per 1000 live birth, and India's infant mortality rate is 27 per 1000 live birth, and it varies across various states. And in the news article we have seen Jammu and Kashmir infant mortality rate is 16.3. So this is according to the last economic survey. Now let us see some important government initiatives to reduce the infant mortality rate in India. First one is Janani Suraksha Yojana. It was implemented in 2005. It has a cash incentive under National Health Mission. This is to encourage the institutional deliveries in hospital. Next one is Mission Indradhanush, implemented in 2014. It aims for universal immunization and it prevents the vaccine preventable diseases. It also has a special focus on high risk and undeserved areas for 90% immunization coverage. So for the disease like polio, TB, diphtheria, hepatitis B, the vaccines are provided under Mission Indradhanush. The next one is Poshan Abhiyan, introduced in 2018. It focuses on reducing the malnutrition, stunting and anemia in both children and pregnant women. It also promotes the breastfeeding, complementary feeding and better maternal nutrition. So thereby it aims to reduce the infant mortality rate in India. So these are the important initiatives of Government of India to reduce the infant mortality rate. Now look at this MCQ. Infant mortality rate refers to number of deaths 1000 live birth in a given year. So the question has asked which of the following statements are incorrect. So the first statement is correct. Look at the second statement. Janani Suraksha Yojana, a cash incentive scheme under National Health Mission. This is to encourage the institutional deliveries and aims to reduce the infant and maternal mortality rate. Yes, this statement is correct. So both of the given statements are correct. Since the question has asked the incorrect statement, the correct answer is option D. With this, let us conclude the discussion. Now look at this article. Actor Jenny Hackman and his wife were found dead in their apartment few days earlier. The reason for the death of Jenny Hackman's wife was a rodent-borne virus which is called Hantavirus. So this Hantavirus is recently seen in the news and we are going to discuss about the basics of this Hantavirus. Hantavirus is a rodent-borne virus and it causes respiratory and hemorrhagic illness. It spreads through infected rodent urine, droppings and saliva of rodents. The primary carrier of this hantavirus was a deer mouse which is found in North America. It does not transmit person to person except in rare cases, which is in South American strain only has transmission from person to person. So inhaling the airborne virus particles is also the reason for transmission, and direct contact with the rodent waste. Coming into the direct contact with the droppings or saliva or rodent waste can lead to this hantavirus infection. The rodent bites can also lead to the transmission of this virus, but it is very rare. So the primary carrier of this hantavirus is a deer mouse which is only found in the North America. The first outbreak of this hantavirus pulmonary syndrome took place in United States in 1993. So this virus is common in North and South America. This virus is associated with the severe respiratory illness. The prevention and control for this virus is basically about the rodent control, keeping traps and eliminating the rodents around the house, and effective cleaning of the rodent waste and rodent droppings, and using gloves and masks to clean the rodent waste. So these are the important prevention and control methods. Another important thing to note here is that there is no vaccination or treatment for the hantavirus. Hantavirus is a rodent-borne virus which causes severe respiratory and hemorrhagic illness in humans. This statement is correct. It belongs to Bunnyviridae family and is primarily spread through exposure to infected rodent urine droppings or saliva. This statement is also correct. Hantavirus can spread from person to person. This statement is incorrect. So the correct answer is option A, 1 and 2. With this, we have come to the end of the discussion. If you like the video, please share it with your friends and don't forget to subscribe to Shankar IAS Academy YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.